Suma, you are joined from the hospital. Suma, can you hear me?
No, sir. She got discharged. That's what she told me. Wanna go? She must be at home.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about it. Okay. As I see, another example of anchoring. See, anchoring is a very bad thing. To tell you the truth, anchoring is something which all of us need to be very careful about. Somebody was arguing with me the other day in one of the sessions outside. Just why is anchoring bad? Anchoring is bad because it forces you into a particular direction, even if you don't want to move in that direction. For instance, let me give you a simple example how anchoring is done in shops. Let us say you go to buy, you go along with your wife to buy a sari for her, or a pair of trousers or a t-shirt for you, whatever it is. What is the first question the salesperson asks you?
What is your budget?
Do you realize why he asked you that question? Why they are taught to ask this question? Have you ever thought about it?
But that expectation gets set.
No.
That
is what we think. Just imagine, supposing you and your wife have gone to a shop. Okay? Imagine this situation. There is a salesperson standing in front of you. Now, is that, according to you, that salesperson is having a status socially below you or above you?
Below.
Below you, first class. Who is the person standing next to you?
Your life. Your life.
Huh?
Your life, sir.
No, it's not necessary. She is not next to you.
Okay.
You can speak the truth.
Okay. Maybe somebody
Your
else.
wife is standing.
Yeah, wife, correct.
Okay. Now, tell me, what is the one thing common here, the wife and the salesperson? What is the one thing common? Please think purely from a cognitive angle. Don't get into any rhetorics. There is something common in the relationship between you and your wife, you and the salesperson. What is it?
They both want something.
Okay.
They don't want to see if she says up to 20,000 rupees. So he will not show beyond that.
Think very carefully. Very careful. What is the truth? Go, you see, if you want to master cognitive science, you will have to go deep into yourself and come up with the truth.
You want to impress both of them.
Absolutely right. Why couldn't you tell it the first time? Because you want me to tell you to go deep within yourself, is it? You want to establish that you are the boss there to both your wife and to the salesperson. What will you do?
So we are
to
forced
this question, what is your budget? What will you answer?
We are forced to give a higher price than what we are actually.
Absolutely. You are forced to give a higher price than what you want to spend. And now what happens? The price which you give, you're anchored in your mind. Supposing, let us say 2,000. You want to buy for 600 rupees. Let's be very clear about it. But you can't tell 600 to the salesman. Because if you say 600, what will your wife feel? She will feel you are making her look cheap. So what will you do? You will say 2,000 or 1,500, whatever it is. Now you have anchored that price. The game begins only now. It has not ended. The unfortunate part of it is the game only begins now. Now what happens? He takes and throws a sari in front of you and tells, madam, this is 3,000 rupees. I will show you 2,000, but you see these things. This happens or not, ladies? He always brings out a product which is costlier than what you have said. And then says, I will go and bring that. But you see this. This is the latest design. Tak, 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 tak. Now what happens? Now what you do is, you see, now she will see, she will pick up one or two, she will like something. Now your whole idea will say, "Arey, take it. We will talk to that fellow." So now what will happen? He will come for 3,000. Now you will start bargaining 100 rupees, 200 rupees below that 3,000. What he has done, he has conveniently anchored you at the 2,000, and with the 3,000 as upper limit, you will bargain only within that. This is what salespeople are taught how to do. This is the effect of anchoring. So next time you go to a shop, if the person asks you for a budget, don't utter any figure. Tell him, Dikhav, what is it you have? We will decide. You need not know the budget. Show them saris. The worst anchoring happens when we say something. Remember that. That is why, whenever you say something, you create an ownership for it and you stand by it. That is the worst type of anchoring which can happen. And why does this anchoring happen? Can any one of you tell me? Go back into whatever we have discussed all these days and tell me why anchoring happens. If you understand this, why anchoring happens, you will become a master in handling things.
Probably because we are wedded to that thought or concept.
Why? Why are you wedded? There must be some reason behind it.
Is it because it directly enters your subconscious and your conscious, you're not alert about it while it's happening?
Correct. But what really happens in the subconscious? Think. See, we are speaking now, right?
You plant a need in somebody's mind.
No, we are discussing, correct or not? In
Yes.
other words, what are we doing? This communication is part of a dual communication. What is the first and the second communication?
One is with the mind, one is with the person.
One is with the conscious, one is with subconscious.
Yeah.
Correct. What we are doing is we are validating our mentalities. Pooja Bakshi has written mentally correct. We are validating it, isn't it? The thought has been created somewhere and that is getting validated both internally and externally. Are you understanding? Answer yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, so you're validating a mentally is a thought. The language of thought is getting converted into language of noise. How did that language of thought start? It started from a stimulus.
Yeah.
The stimulus started the intention started the process led to the action led to the validation. And what is that stimulus? The stimulus is what is the anchoring. The way that stimulus is generated, everything will follow. It will not go even 1% in this way, that way. That is why anchoring is so dangerous. Have you understood now? When he asks you the question, what is your budget, sir? He has stimulated a thought. Now, the moment you say that 2,000, the intention of purchasing something below that figure starts. Now everything will move only in that direction. That is why anchoring is so dangerous. We should be aware of how people are generating stimulus in our mind, and you should be able to very objectively look at it.
Then what is the hook that you we saw about the anchoring, right?
Yes. Hook can be used anywhere. Okay, let me use a hook on you and show you. Huh? So there is huge amount of sanctions on Russia, right?
Right.
Now see, I am going to use a technique called open restriction on you, the implicit learning technique called open restriction. That is a hook. It will force you in a particular direction. Now tell me one thing, Rajendraji. In what way is the quality of life improving because of these sanctions for the Russians? Did you ever think I will ask such a question?
No.
Now find out. Tell me, all of you, we will use this as an open, what do you call it, breakout room video. Answer me. How do you think the quality of life is improving for all the Russians because all the sanctions and other things? If Biden were to listen to me, he will send somebody to, take care of me. Here I am.
You will be given VVIP treatment.
Now, you tell me, is it possible what I'm telling? Huh? Is the quality of life improving? This is a hook. Now you see, you are in a quandary. And see, now what is this open restriction method of implicit learning? I have opened up your mind to all the possibilities and restricted it to finding out one answer, how it is improving their life.
Can I come?
Come, sir.
You see, in my view, because the best material, whatever they were exporting, now they are consuming themselves. That is at the disposal of their own citizens.
Okay. Anybody else would like to try?
They are not getting those products. Maybe new industries may mushroom, if possible, wherever they have the material to work on that.
Okay, then. Think.
In a crisis or a war situation, most of the time, the unproductive also become productive.
Can you give me tangible proof that this is 1, 2, 3, 4? This is how their quality of life will improve.
Probably they learn to live without it. It leads to minimalism or something.
Okay.
They're becoming self-sustaining now,
Okay.
with the world cutting off.
Okay. Good. Try. There are so many people here. Why are others not speaking? Or is this question so unexpected?
See, as for me, their quality of life hasn't gone down only. I know they are impacted in terms of their armies going out, but personally, their lives are just the same. So I can't, the right
Their quality of life will improve. Forget going down. It is going to improve.
They have another set country's resources at their beck and call now.
They are more powerful, or they feel more powerful.
In other words, you are all clutching at straws. Yeah, I'll ask you one question. Will you ever forget this question in your lifetime?
Basically, I think
Maybe
when,
we'll
when
keep
there are
finding answers to
sanctions,
this.
Eh?
sanctions
Sorry.
actually force you to produce the things which you want, and in general that will improve the employment and hence the life will be better.
This is what I also said, Sapreji.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That
that
is
is
not the right
definitely
answer.
one aspect.
Unproductive will become productive.
One angle is definitely right. No issue about it.
So
Who
this
is
question
iPhone?
is like
iPhone. Who is iPhone? I think Surajji, yeah? Huh?
iPhone and we computer.
I think he has
That is a Wii computer. No, that is one iPhone here. Somebody is logged in with iPhone.
switched his video also on, sir. Just now I saw. He went off.
Huh?
We could see his video for a minute.
Balak is Mr. V. Balakrishnan. Okay, tell me. I want an answer. I'm not getting it.
The super rich will spend it in Russia itself. And so the super rich will spend their money in Russia itself. So it will stimulate their economy. And two, the looting of the wealth will come down a bit because all their assets are also freezed. So they would be paying carefully. So all these would stimulate the local economy better.
It's a closed economy now.
Yeah, think more. Think more. This is one of the reasons why the sanctions are going to fail. The machinery and admin in focus outside so easier for locals.
Probably they are in a tricky situation. They are forced to come out of it and enhance their productivity too well. It's a challenge for them. Negative situation, they would like to outdo the earlier performance individually at various levels.
There'll also be more recruitment opportunities in the defense itself, Russian army. So, I mean, the way that you lower the benchmarks. So maybe that would also come up, and more ancillary units have come up, industries have come up because of the war. I mean, something like World War I and II, where a lot of, that's the fallout of a war, that you have a lot of building up of the nation in infrastructure. Yes, ancillary work industries crop up.
How many of you have heard of the glacier fallacy? Have you heard of the glacier fallacy?
The feel of a glacier.
Huh?
The farce of a glacier.
No, glacier, G-L-A-Z-I-E-R.
That's a glacier.
Glacier, not glacier. Glacier. Glacier means one who fixes window panes. The glacier fallacy is a very, very important concept to be kept in mind while drawing up the innovation policy in a company. This is also called the opportunity cost in economics. Opportunity cost means what? The cost of taking on something as against something else. Now, let me explain to you how all these sanctions are going to work towards helping the Russians lead a much better life than what they were leading. Okay? Which are the companies which have gone out of Russia? McDonald's, Burger King, Starbucks, Pizza Hut. Tell me one thing, are these really essential for a good health of the public?
No.
Who is going to be impacted by these companies going away? Number two.
Companies themselves, yeah.
US only.
Now, which are the other companies? Which
Americans.
have Samsung, iPhone, Nike, Reebok, IKEA. Tell me one thing. Do you really require these companies to build a nation?
Not at all.
No, people will not get iPhone there. Netflix is down, so people will not be binge watching Netflix and Amazon. What will be the outcome? All
Purposeful
unnecessary
life.
expenditure will stop. All binge eating and junk food will stop. Coca-Cola, Pepsi is gone. So you will not be drinking Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Who is going to lose because of Coca-Cola, Pepsi leaving the country and going?
Americans.
And another thing, just watch. All the super watches like Rolex and others have gone. So what? Time will stop for Russia. Huh? Okay. So Mercedes-Benz has stopped. Audi has stopped. So what? You mean to tell me they don't have legs, they can't walk around?
I think now Russians will move away from making F-14s and the
Suddenly,
armory into arsenals into local productions now.
and as Lakshmi was telling, local industry will grow. There will be more recruitment into defense sector. Resources will be better utilized. While prices are rising, Russia is offering at a discounted price. India has already purchased 3 billion barrels. It has already gone into a contract. Other countries are also coming in line to purchase from. What will happen? Now tell me. So you see, suddenly this open restriction and baiting. Now you understood how hook works, Mr. Rajendra Sapre. So you see, these are all techniques which you can use to drive a narrative. Tell me one thing, if it was really so, you mean to tell me if it was really so dangerous, Putin would have not succumbed by now to the pressures? These techniques will help you see beyond what is obvious. Because the truth is somewhere beyond the horizon. The horizon is within our conditioning. Unless you move out of the conditioning, you will not be able to see it.
Sir, haven't you used the anchoring also along with the hook in this case? Because we're also anchored to the thought and we are thinking in that direction also. So the thought is also anchored at the same time in this situation.
It's something like this.
Yeah.
Cognitive science is one big bundle, Nitika.
Mhm.
Okay. What I did was, okay, I'll show you another question. See how you can use this. There are 4 doors in a room. Maybe you have heard me use this before also. Yellow, green, blue, and black. I take 2 sets of people. I divide this room of 23 into 2 sets of 11 each, leaving me as alone. There are 22 people, so I divided it into 11 each. To one group, I ask this, I give a directive. You should go out of the room by the green door. To the other set of 11, I give the directive. You should never go out of the room through a black door. Now, I want to know which is a positive directive, which is a negative directive. The first directive to the first 11 is you should go out of the room through a green door And to the other 11, the directive is you should never go out of through a black door.
The
never
second
go
one
out
is a
is
negative
a-
directive.
Just a
Do
minute,
not
one by
is a
one.
negative.
Huh?
Do not is a negative one.
Okay.
The second one is positive because you're giving them options to go out from the 3 other doors. But in
Yeah.
the
That
first
is
one, you
only do not. That is only do not. When I say do not go out through a black door, I'm in fact giving a positive direction.
Yes.
Yeah, that's positive because you're
You're
giving
giving,
option of 3
you're-
more doors.
Yeah. You're giving more options.
Yes. In the first case, when I say you should go out only through a green door, I
Only
am
one.
giving a negative direction because I'm shutting 3 doors.
Here, probably the English grammar doesn't work.
It is not a question of grammar. It is a question of how you see things.
I told on the lighter side.
You see, it is a question of how you see things. Now,
Yes.
I'll give you another example. We have got lots of HR people here. I got Nitika is there. Who else is HR, Papa, here? Who else has got interest in HR? Problem resolution, conflict resolution. Now, let us say an employee comes to you as a boss. All of us are, been in a very senior position. An employee comes to you, he's extremely dissatisfied with you. He's extremely dissatisfied with the company. He's boiling with anger. He has got lots of grievances. How will you handle it?
First, you'll have to listen to the person in a one-on-one session.
Hmm.
Hear him out.
Okay. So how long will you listen to him?
For this meeting with grievances, minimum 1 hour you'll keep. Listen for
And
the
in
first
that 1
20
hour,
minutes.
do you realize what will happen? The
Only
whole
the
thing would have got
first 20
anchored even more.
In the first 10 minutes, let him talk. Then you talk and you do the anchoring.
How? Now they will be getting into an argument.
Why do you need to argue? Why not use a solution-centric approach here?
Now
Why
what
not
is happening
find the
between you
solutions?
and me? Now what is happening between you and me? You are holding on to your position that we should allow him to talk.
Yeah.
See how I de-anchored you?
From letting him
So,
talk, we should talk.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Think from this angle of, you see, again, after having gone through all these things, what is the, in concept, what did we study? What did we see?
In this
What
situation,
is the requirement, Nitika, at this juncture? What is the requirement?
not let this bad apple spoil the rest of the floor. That's the first thought that comes, from the mind. And
No.
then try and stop the issue from the root.
Pacifying him.
Huh?
Pacifying him.
No,
You try to prepare a substitute.
no.
Take the second flip side of the story.
What are you sitting there for? What is your job? Let us say an employee of Rajendra Sapre comes to him and tells him, oh, he's coming, he's got a lot of, anger inside him. He has a feeling that he has not been listened to, he is not cared, he is not respected, he is not bothered about. All sorts of negative is coming in with. What should he do?
First, you listen to him first,
Then,
and
the moment you listen to him, it will become even more. Yeah, it will become totally anchored.
okay.
Can we say some? Can we say a few good about that person? Praise him.
Then he will say, when I'm so good, why you are not treating me properly? That'll become even more bad.
Is it showing him other positive sides?
What you show positive side to a guy who is hell-bent on killing you, murdering you? The only positive side according to him is if you are 6 feet under the ground.
If you cannot answer, confuse.
No, this
That's the
domination,
theory people use, no? If you can't
This-
answer, confuse.
this domination only comes when the person knows I have no substitute. So I am, nobody is there to replace me. That is one of the reason he behaves like
These
this.
are all conjunctures, Anilji. These are not realities. These are all, we are just assuming. See, we are not looking at it from the angle of cognitive science. What is our job? Our job is to ensure that the employee does the work given to him with full engagement in his job. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Yes.
Yes, that's all.
You have not
Yeah.
done your job properly. That is why this situation is there. The moment he comes to you, what has he done effectively? He has effectively given you an opportunity to correct your mistake. Why don't you do that? And how will you do that? He has come. Supposing I am that manager, he comes to me, he starts, I stop him. I tell him the problem is not about you. The problem is, what do we need to do so that you will be engaged, productive, and happy in your job? Can he say no to this statement?
Sir,
Which
I
one
thought,
of you will tell me that he will say no?
sir, I was thinking, should we say we or will you say, which is better?
Why? See, all those things, what I am asking, you tell me. Please tell me what I am saying. When I say the problem is not about what you are holding in your mind, the problem is what I need to do to ensure that you are engaged, happy, and productive in your job. Isn't that what he wants?
Yes.
True.
Yes.
True.
So now what have I done?
You reversed whatever he was thinking.
I totally reversed everything.
Yeah.
I totally reversed everything.
Same. If you can't answer, confuse. Don't get into this discussion.
So now what I will do, let's sit down and see what are the things I need to do so that you will be engaged, happy, and satisfied. Number one, I need to explain to you clearly the policy of the company so that you will be able to identify yourself with it. Tell him all the work rules. I have to clearly define to you your performance objectives so that you will be able to perform one by one by one. When you start, he will understand what is to be done. And then finally, now we are going to discuss how we both can together do all these things. One of the biggest mistakes which people make is give the other person the opportunity to keep on talking the trash which he is bringing. Remember one thing, the more you give scope to emotional outbursts, the more the emotional outbursts will become. It will not reduce. And you cannot satisfy a man. The more you give, the more he will demand. More concessions he will demand. And at one stage, you will have to tell no, and then he will say you are not doing. You know, there is this saying in Tamil. I will not tell the saying in Tamil because it is quite raw, but I will tell you the gist of it. There used to be a beggar who used to come in a, village road every day. How a lady in one house, she never gave any alms to that beggar. Never gave any food to that beggar. And the lady in the house right opposite to her, she used to give everyday food to her. One day, for some unforeseen reason, there was no food left to give. So she did not give. This beggar became angry. He said, the lady who never gives, she never gives. That's okay. But what happened to this bloody wretched woman who used to give every day? Now tell me, the woman who gave every day became a wretched woman. So you see, a sense of entitlement comes when you listen to all these things. These are some of the wrong business practices, managerial practices which are taught. Please understand one thing. Performance is compulsory, appointment and employment is optional. You have been employed only to perform. You are not performing because you have been employed. So employment is optional, performance is compulsory. With this idea, and you see, when Anilji said, I will remove him, I said, no, that is also not the option. Because if you keep on removing one by one all parts of your body, will you be there? You will not be there. So every employee is important. You should know how to handle it. And that is where, again, you see, here what happened? When I made that statement, the problem is not with you. The problem is with me. The question is, what do I have to do so that you will be happy, engaged, and productive? What is the stimulus here? Do something to be engaged, happy, and productive. That is the stimulus. That is the anchoring which is happening. So it has been anchored in his mind that if you are engaged, if you are productive, you will also be happy. And that can be done only by me, not by you. Is it clear? Now anchoring is clear, Rajendra ji? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In government sector, so we cannot remove even them people.
Why even in private you can't? If you keep removing everybody, who will you work with? Why do you need to remove someone? A good manager does not mean, he behaves well and all those things. Who is a good man? A good manager, if you have got a good manager above you, Mathur Saab, let me tell you, you will be performing, you will be prosperous, but you will not be happy. Because that guy will squeeze the last drop of blood out of you. That is why he is good. A good manager for you is a good manager for the company also. It is like catching a tiger by the tail. As long as you hold on, you are safe. You leave it, it will bite you.
So we should not provide him the chance to, in such a that he can be come up with an anger situation to us.
Any other questions? No question is there. That means only two things. Either you have all understood everything thoroughly, or you have understood absolutely nothing. One of these two is only possible.
My question would have been,
Boliye ji.
so which I didn't want to ask really.
Ask
my question would have been, all the topics, can we listen just for 2 minutes each one?
That is not possible.
Okay. All right.
Anilji, why do you want to punish me? I don't think I ever misbehaved with you in the last 5 months.
Because if we want to give summary to somebody outside, we say these are.
Let us not do that.
Okay.
Whatever you have you have got any doubt about anything, you ask me.
Okay.
We'll discuss.
All right.
Cognitive science is too big a subject to give two sentence answers for everything.
Sir, can I ask something not directly related with the topic?
Anything you want, you can ask, sir. Ji, isme kya hai?
Okay. So my question is that how did you use the design thinking principles for coming up with this course? Means to
Very simple.
Mhm.
It is nothing very, surprising in all those things. You
Hmm.
tell me, what is design thinking?
So
Just a minute. What is design thinking?
first of all, you try to interact with the customer, try to understand their needs, and go through that process of going through step by step to improve gradually, I would say.
No,
Design thinking in the process, it is not by default you do something. You have to design. Design means you make something, frame something, and then you follow that thing.
you should get an answers. But you should think in 10 times, 10 answers for each question. What can be happen? That is design thinking, I think.
I think design thinking starts with finding out the pain point, empathizing with what problem.
Just a
And
minute.
once
Just a
that
minute.
is-
Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah, tell me. My grandson is going to his house, so I just. हाँ बोलिए.
So design thinking is identifying the pain point of your whoever is the target.
What is
your
the first
client.
principle of design thinking?
Empathize.
No.
To have 10 answers for one question.
No.
Not accepting the present thing.
Design thinking is not about thinking, it is about doing. It is action oriented. So I had an objective in front of me that the entire science of cognition has to be converted into applicable methods. Just talking theory will not work. So the objective in front of me was, how do I convert implicit influencing and cognitive science into actionable components in a training program? That was the first objective in front of me. What is the second? What is the second principle? Tell me, what is the second principle?
Based on the audience? Whatever
It has to
design-
be comfortable with change. You should be in a position to change your thinking. So the objective in front of me was, how do I structure a program which will help you to create change? Because design thinking is all about solving a problem in a situation of uncertainty, isn't it? Design thinking is about handling wicked problems, not about regular problems, but handling wicked problems.
That is transformation.
Okay, what is the third? Huh? It is human-centric. It has a human being at the center of everything. Now in training, who is the most important person for us? Our audience. You know, in the brochure which I am printing for DMT2, I have devoted one full page to the concept of transforming yourself to transform others. Unless the transformation doesn't take place in you, the transformation will not take place in others. You know, there are, many people have said this in many ways. Once Mother Teresa was asked by a reporter, Calcutta is a very dirty place. It's a very dirty place. And the missionaries of charity, where it is there, the place is extraordinarily dirty. It is surrounded by filth. So the person asked her, he didn't want to ask her directly what to do with all this dirt. So he thought he's being very intelligent and asked her, Mother, how do we make the world a clean place? You know what she answered? She answered, if everyone were to clean their doorstep, the world will become a clean place automatically. Don't bother about going and cleaning somebody else's door. Clean your doorstep. Like Vivekananda was asked once, how to remove ignorance from this world? He says, stop worrying about removing ignorance from the world. Light a lamp in your house first. So you see, first thing is transforming yourself. So it is human-centric. So the entire program was designed with having only one thing in mind, that before you attempt to transform others, you should see the transformation within yourself as a better human being, as a better professional, as a socially responsible person, as a thinking person, not as a guided person. We are all, do you realize, guided missiles? We are all guided missiles. 99.99 recurring % of the problems, domestic problems, are because of fixed thinking. Fixed thinking. We get swayed by ABC telling something, DEF telling something, ZE, telling something. Somebody or the other is telling something. Either wife is telling something to you, you get carried away. The mother is telling something, you get carried away. The husband is telling something, you get carried away. And then, all sorts of confusion happens. When that is the case at home, why will it not be outside? So you see, the first thing that I wanted to do with this program was create a transformation within yourself. That is the third principle of design thinking. What is the fourth principle? Have foresight. Integrates foresight. Design thinking integrates foresight. That means you should have the capability to penetrate through the fog of uncertainty and be able to design a path. That is where comes in, the 12 archetypes and the 6 hats. You pierce through your fog of thinking, bring about content, validate it through counterfactuals and the 6 thinking hats, and generate insights. That is where comes integrating foresight, which is the fourth principle. Now, what is the fifth principle? What is the fifth principle, my dear friends? It's a dynamic constructive process. That means each and every portion of the program is linked to each other. There comes transitioning, the primacy and the recency effect, the looping. That is where the Zeigarnik effect comes. You close one loop to open the next. Are you understanding, Rajendraji, what I'm telling?
Beautiful, sir. Very nice.
Huh?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Amazing.
That is where comes, that the empathy part of it. This is where comes the empathy. The sixth principle is empathy. Understand your audience's need. The third part of the conceptualization is the framing. where you take the topic, put it into the audience. What are the symptoms in the audience which tells you that there is a problem? What are the causes of that problem? What outcome do you want? What resources do you require to create that outcome? And what will be the effect of your program? This is where the framing part comes. That is promoting empathy. Then comes the reducing risk. That is where the counterfactuals and the black hat come. Where you question each part of your program, each part of the slide, each sentence you utter, you question. And find out the weaknesses in it. In the second part of clearing the muddied water, what is it? What are the elements? Why are these important? What sort of a solution are you planning to give for it? This is where that comes in. It reduces the risk. Then comes the seventh part, eighth part. It should have a meaning, storytelling. It creates meaning. It creates meaning out of nowhere, and that is where information converted into insight comes. That is where you drive your program, only through insights and not through information. Then how do you create a competitive advantage for yourself? Design thinking is all about being the new competitive advantage. How through your program, you create a value for the program, create a totally different competitive advantage for the international arena and drive yourself. And then comes the 10th one, taking creativity to the highest level. Through all the things integrated together, you create a mind-blowing program and present it through delivery, which will be stunning. This is how the design thinking principles were applied. Does that satisfy you, Rajendraji?
200%, sir. Become a revision for both topics.
Design thinking is a wonderful thing. But I'm very surprised that you remember what I told during the introductory webinar.
No, that question was anchored with me.
Six months back now, I told this. That the whole program has been designed on the principles of design thinking.
Yes.
Platinum principle.
Rajendraji's notes are in place.
Empathy.
Rajendraji's notes are in place. Sorry.
His mind mapping.
Mind mapping happens.
The next time onwards, what I need to do is, I need to tell whenever I'm talking, I need to tell Rajendra ji, hands up. हाथ ऊपर करो, फिर सुनो. Notes मत बनाओ. नहीं तो 6 महीने बाद पूछोगे.
Notes is the way to actually remember all these things. I don't refer to the notes actually.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm surprised. I never expected this question at least. Yes. Anything else?
In design thinking, we also refer platinum principle and golden principle. What you want to do, what other wants to, you do whatever your audience wants to do.
Yes. That doesn't come under design thinking. You know, the golden principle, the platinum principle doesn't come under design thinking. But it's a good principle, no doubt about it. It's a very valid and, you know, it's a principle worth remembering.
It comes under empathy.
I see. Everything comes under everything.
Okay.
Everything comes under everything. किसी को भी किसी चीज में घुसेड़ दीजिए चला जाएगा तो ठीक है.
So would you be conducting another workshop again for design thinking? I had previously asked you that I missed the workshop.
We can do it. We can do it. No issue.
Because
we can have a
DDMT2,
workshop for design thinking.
Yes.
Full workshop we can do. No issue about it. And okay, now another thing is, just now there was this thing. Now, when are we going to have the, you know, celebration for all of you having completed the course? And, you know, we would like to make the certificate distribution as an event so that, you know, we can all cherish those moments, the moments that we have spent all these 5 months together.
For that, you will
Not
have
that we are not going to be together in the future, we are going to be together permanently. At least I intend to be with you, whether you intended it or not. My mentalist is very strong, so that decision is already taken. And I'm, you know, planning groups of activities with all people, you know, creating groups, you know, a sales group, and then, you know, a life coaching group. Already the entrepreneurship group has been created. A few of the members have already been roped into the DMT2 program. And I would like more number of people to enter into the DMT program so that, you know, ultimately we can have multiple DMT programs running simultaneously with multiple teams. So those things I've got in my mind and I'm working at it. But before that, tell me, when do we have our certificate distribution?
We'll have to ask Nitika and Vishal for that. Whether their children are having exams or not, when they are free, then we can have it.
No, this is what happens, Atulji. I'm absolutely sure about one thing. You know, without looking into their horoscope, without knowing them, any parent telling their children have got exam and they are busy, I immediately tell them what they have been in the past. You know what it is? Very negligent with their studies. Do you know why? Har kisi ke kismat mein, in everybody's, you know, destiny, certain amount of education is written. If you have not studied during the days when you should study, you will study when your children will have to study. So I'm absolutely sure Nitika and Vishal have bunked a tremendous amount of classes during their school and college days.
No, there are no exams.
Absolutely, Nitika. Whatever you say, I will not agree. You both have bunked school, you both have bunked classes. That is why today you are having to sit with your children and study.
No, we are not studying.
No, sir, no, it's not correct, sir.
That means he is also having to do it. Now you know. Now another third bunking master we have found out. That is Shama Prasad. Padai likhai karo yaar. Tell your children the same. See, I'll tell you, whenever my children used to play truant, you know, I used to tell them one thing only. अभी नहीं पढ़ोगे तो तुम्हारे जब बच्चे होंगे उनके साथ बैठ के पढ़ना पड़ेगा. बस सोच लो. If you study now, then no problems. They will not bug you. If you don't study now and harass your parents, your children will harass you and you will have to sit and study with them. Decide.
Sir, let me ask you one thing. What is your opinion about Lakshmi ji?
Huh?
Did she bunk the class? Lakshmi.
I am a clear example of who's bunking the class through my schooling.
Let me just wait. Shama Prasad, why are you on this platform? to make money, isn't it?
Of course.
Then you mean to tell me by going against Lakshmi, you can make money?
No. I'm not. I know meant
Better
that.
don't go in that direction at all.
That was not my criteria.
You know, from day one, I've always been supportive of Lakshmi. Why? Today I will tell you that too.
Okay, go ahead.
I love money. And Lakshmi ji की आशीर्वाद जब तक बनी रहेगी, पैसे खूब आते रहेंगे.
I thought I had more credibility than that for being a part of the faculty for DMT too.
Definitely, Lakshmi ji. Sir,
You
why
know
I
one
told
thing,
you is,
Lakshmi, you are again making the biggest cardinal mistake that people make. 3 things are essential for being happy in life. Do you know what are those 3 things?
peace of mind.
Humor.
So, you know, it's so sad. The fundamentals you don't understand.
What is the question? Sorry, I missed that.
3 things are very essential to be successful in life. What are those 3 things? And these 3 go together. Prosperity, intelligence, and courage. Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati. So Lakshmi, wherever you will be there, Saraswati, knowledge will be there, courage will be there.
Wow, I'm happy.
Now
More
you
than
know.
happy.
Now you know why my wife does not believe me. She said you can get out of any position. Sujata ma'am is laughing. My wife, you know, whenever I start saying something, she'll say, "Chup," not another word. मेरा credibility बहुत low है, Lakshmi, is very, very low. Don't worry.
No, but sir, this is so true. Throughout my schooling, I have bunked left, right, center. And since that time till now, I'm paying for it. I mean,
not only you, Vishal is paying, Nitika is paying.
No, I'm not bunked a single class.
Shama Prasad is paying. Nitika, कुछ भी बोलो. अरे यार, कभी तो सच बोला करो.
Sir, actually,
this is called the more dangerous statement. कभी तो सच बोला करो.
Sir, I only.
Yeah, Sham. Sham, you
I
are
only-
in Dublin. We can't do anything. You tell whatever lie you want. We will listen.
Lies नहीं सब मैं सच्ची बोल रहा हूँ. I bunk to go and listen concerts of Jesudas. Otherwise, I never bunk.
And Jesudas used to have concert every day, right?
Not every day. Whenever
Every
he has.
alternate day at least. So you used to bunk every alternate day.
नहीं,
One
नहीं,
more
नहीं.
one. Akash has come.
so I think Pooja bunked more than me the whole of college. And still I repented and I paid for it. I made her practical files and gave it to her.
Wow,
This is what happens, you know, when 2 sisters are on the same platform. Sab pol khul jata. But one thing I'm telling you, Lakshmi, I have seen all backbenchers very successful in life. Akash, where are you speaking from? Calcutta?
Yes, Howrah.
Howrah, very good. Your father was telling that you are going to Pondicherry?
April.
17th.
Yes.
Yeah.
For short duration or relocation?
He is in a weird idea stage. He's exploring. If I ask the same question to him, he says he's exploring. So he'll spend a month in Pondicherry with one of his school friends, and then he will make a new plan.
So you are going to be there for 1 month in Pondicherry?
He's going to be there. I'll be back in Thane.
Oh, you are going back to Mumbai?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So
Where
the
are you
bar-
staying in Howrah, Akash? Kadamtola?
No, this is Modigram.
Modigram.
Yeah, on the Kharagpur line.
Okay.
Tirupur, Howrah.
I love Bengal. So I was asking, when do we have our function?
Sir, it is online or offline?
Online only.
Direct question.
You see,
Confusing.
standing invitation to everybody. 3rd of April is my grandson's birthday. If all of you also want, you come.
I think you're
At least a slice of cake you will definitely get.
Sir, I would love to, but the flight charges are double, sir.
What?
The flight charges are very expensive.
Then that's why I'm telling, start walking. Anyway, that is going to happen very soon. When Putin puts a bomb under everyone, everyone will walk.
Don't wish for that.
It will happen. What I suggest to you, Sham, is send a letter to Modi in advance asking him to evacuate you.
No,
So at least, you know,
I
you
don't
will
need any
have
evacuation, I can-
priority evacuation.
No. Without that, I'll land up in India or Canada, sir. Don't worry. But if you put a bomb, there's no point in going anywhere.
What? It's hypersonic. You can travel in it all the way to India back.
Anyway, let's not wish for all those things, sir. That's going to be highly devastating for the whole world. And I heard he's.
This is where the mistake happens.
Okay, tell me.
This is precisely the problem which caused this nonsense. The Europeans thinking they are the world.
Sir, even though I'm in Europe, I don't think like that, sir. I'm a very, what do you call, first-class Indian citizen.
Shyamji, you are like water. You will shape yourself in whichever vessel you are currently. Huh? We understood.
You are right, Akash Deep.
That is why he is so, pro Kangen. अरे यार कुछ डेट तो बोलो. When do we have it? Vishal has at last muted. Wait, we are going to hear some words of wisdom. Vishal?
No, sir. I just, I would prefer to have an offline.
3rd April is okay, sir. 3rd April is.
आओ ना. 3rd of April you want? We can have it on 3rd of April. I will book a hotel here.
Navratra Sthapna day hai, very good day today.
सब चले आओ यहाँ पर.
3rd of April, what day is it, sir?
Happy New Year, Indian New Year. Happy
What
New
is
Year,
3rd of April?
Indian.
It's something like, that Gabbar asking Holi kab hai? Holi kab hai? When is 3rd of April?
3rd April.
It is Sunday, sir. 3rd April is Sunday.
Indian New Year will start.
3rd of April को है क्या उगादी?
हाँ जी.
Good.
Sir, so you are inviting all of them to have a get-together in Bangalore?
They are telling they will come. I said, okay, come.
Arre baapre. Should have told me well in advance. I would have booked my tickets earlier.
Sir,
Started walking then itself, huh?
Sir, it happens to be on a Sunday, 3rd April.
Now decide, what do we do?
So we can have it in the upcoming Friday, sir, just to have that continuation.
Huh?
Upcoming Friday. 25th.
Upcoming Friday?
Yeah.
I don't have any problem. Whenever you people say. Whenever you say.
Why Friday? Why not Saturday or Sunday?
So I mean Friday just because we have this practice of having sessions on Fridays and Sundays. Now that's why.
Oh, Obama, you are talking online, right?
Of course, yeah. Offline, nobody is going to come, Akash. We know that for sure. So let it be online so that at least it happens.
Oh no.
Who is going to take the responsibility of organizing the program? We can have a small cultural show or something. have flyers, send it to everyone, call people.
I think
We
we'll
can
have to
have
take,
some cultural show.
Yes.
yeah, we can take joint
You
responsibility.
have got
for
good
the cultural part.
organizers. Sujata ma'am is there.
Nagi sir is there.
Nagi sir,
I don't
where is
know.
Nagi sir? He's not visible here.
Yeah. So the last team was Sujata ji, Nagi sir, me,
Yeah.
and yeah, Vishal was there with me, and I don't remember who all were there, but I think we all got everybody looped in gradually.
Vidya Matthews.
Vidya was there, yeah.
Yeah, there was Amrit
We got
Nagpal also.
we got anchors later, no? But initially in the planning
The
phase,
final,
four of us. The
yes.
super four were there, yeah, initially. But yeah, new people should also add and add value. It was fun. I mean, we should do it.
Yeah.
25th or 26th or 27th. What's the date?
Any day you decide.
So 25th should be okay.
26th, which is a Saturday evening.
25th, I said 25th.
25th, Friday.
Friday.
Can go with the Friday, correct.
Yeah.
We are already prepared, already Fridays, we'll keep it.
Okay. Yeah. So Friday evening is a better day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get 5 days to prepare. So yeah. So Sujata ji, you are leading. I'll be helping with the cultural and volunteers. Vishal, Sapre ji. I could only see some smiles.
Yeah, it's okay.
Let's have.
Hello.
It's a very short notice.
Nagi, you are not joining today?
People who
What?
have to
Nothing, sir. What is the
practice
short
should have
notice
enough
there?
time.
You only have to be present. Sham sir.
Hello.
But if you're performing, no, Mr. Chidambaram, then you
You can
need
do,
to
madam.
prepare.
See,
You're away from Hyderabad.
you should do it at the earliest. Do not prolong
Okay,
it.
okay. Because we are just discussing.
Earlier the
about
better. This is
something.
my
Okay,
suggestion. Because you can put it in the group now. The top league group, you put it. We'll decide the date. I think 25th should be it's better.
Okay.
So that we don't postpone it.
Immediately
Mr.
start into the
Chidambaram,
planning.
sir.
phase.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is it a virtual meeting or how is it? You're going to have a get together in Bangalore or?
No.
Online.
Online, sir. Online.
Online. Oh, okay.
Only online, sir.
So is Nagi sir joining now? So Arun sir, I have volunteered along with Sujata ji and Vishal, and was waiting if anybody else wanted to volunteer as well.
Yeah.
Like depending on the
25th.
number of
Tasneem
performances.
wanted to say something.
Tasneem bolo.
Yes, hi, good evening, everybody. I just wanted to say that 25th or the 26th, whatever we are deciding, that would be a short notice. So if you want to make it a grand celebration so that we can invite others and actually show them what we have done in the DDMT and how we as a team have worked, I think planning it well and organizing it with a lot of things in it and inviting a big group of people, I think we should do it on the 1st, even if it is a Friday.
I think she makes a lot of sense.
That makes
Let's
sense.
call all of them. Let's enact what we have learned maybe in a short while and then show it to them.
Your rosas are starting in the April, right? So is it possible for you?
Yeah, my Rosa was there when I started DDMT also, so I am fine with it.
Okay, fine.
So we have the timing from 6 to 9, sir, like
So
last
you are
time.
suggesting on 1st April.
I'll leave it to you. Everything you people decide.
Tasneem, are you suggesting 1st April?
Yeah, that was
that
just
would be
a
the most
request that I
appropriate
was.
day because it is the All Fools Day.
I was about to say that.
And do you know what is so great about All Fools Day? Can any one of you tell me, in the true spirit of cognitive science, what is great about All Fools Day? One thing you all should be good at is turning the tables at every opportunity you get.
Fools will celebrate?
No. Don't you realize? The
talk
progress
about
depends upon
intelligence.
the foolish man. The intelligent man compromises with everything.
Are we looking at a gesture here? The most intelligent and
No, you see, correct or not, tell me, the intelligent man will always rationalize and compromise with everything.
Yeah.
You know, there is this great saying, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. But unless you rush in, you're not going to make any change anywhere. You'll stay within your comfort zone. So progress depends upon the foolish, unreasonable person. So All Fools Day is a right day for us to have our celebration.
Good one. Yeah.
So does it say that how wise the foolish man is that day?
As wise as he is, he is accepted to be.
So
I
let's
think-
decide on the 1st of April. And
Yes.
I'm also ready to volunteer along with Nitika and Sujata ji. So any
And
more
Vishal?
volunteers? Vishal is also going to be there. He does not have an option. He has to be with me and Nitika.
Could
So
it be
he's
2nd
not been
April?
given an option.
It has to be 1st
Vishal,
April only.
why don't you
Tuesday.
unmute Vishal?
He does not have an option. Vishal does not have an option.
Then how do we meet Tasneem and Nitika? How do we pull in our ideas? We need
We
a
have to.
meeting platform.
Yeah,
we have
I
to
think
Zoom.
you
You
all
can-
know the thing. Now you can use my platform.
We'll
No,
continue with the same drill that we have done, Sujata ji. Sujata, no ji.
Thank
Sujata, that the way we have done it in the past, the way we have organized everything, we use the same drill. We form a team, and all the I think all DDMT members will be a
Yes.
part of it,
Yes.
wanting unwantingly. We will, if you all don't pick up
Same.
your responsibilities, we will be calling you up and giving your responsibilities. So you all have to do it. And me, Nitika, Vishal, and Sujata ji, we will decide on
Yes.
everything, and we'll just give you all the jobs to be done,
Yes,
and we all gather together and make
I may also come willingly, no problem.
yes, everybody is willingly. It's just that we will be helping you all to structure it. That's it. Everybody is willingly.
Oh, Vishal has come.
Structure of relevance.
Yes.
Yes.
Could it not be a Saturday or a Sunday? 3rd is not available because it is Sir's grandson's birthday. Could it not be 2nd April?
No, first was decided.
No, that's my birthday. No, please,
First-
no, not on
April.
2nd.
I think first is okay.
Okay, I have a conflict, but I'll have to figure out how, because before that I'll help with the coordination, or figure out on that particular time.
Umama, you
We're
will
looking
have
at
a
7 to
larger
10.
celebration.
My family has already planned a day out,
7
so
to 10.
can't help it.
It's a good day. I mean, 7 to 10 is the normal time that we'll use.
Any time that is convenient to you all, we can have it. 7 to 10 would be ideal because, being a Friday, people can come back from the office.
Yeah. So maybe while closer to the dates, Tasneem, I might just kind of
Anilji, where is Anil
pass on the
Goswami ji?
delegation to you.
Anilji, unmute कीजिए video.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
रविंद्र भाटिया जी से बोलिएगा कि let him be our chief guest.
Okay. On 1st of April.
1st of April.
So I'll request it and let you know his availability, whatever it is. Yes. Well in advance, I'll tell you.
Yes.
Anil sir, once he consents, you can share his profile with us, with any one of us.
Yeah.
Sure.
For the intro.
Sure. We remain connected, no? Every day. No
On the
issue.
group, you could share, one of us will take it up.
Yes.
And another person also you can, he can be our chief guest and we can have one more keynote speaker. यदि आप तैयार हैं तो अनिल जी.
Whom you
Your
want?
son-in-law.
My son-in-law?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll ask him. He is a great
son-in-law को भी पूछना पड़ता है, बोलना पड़ेगा भाई आपको.
ठीक है. He is one of the top person in India in marketing.
तो इसीलिए बोल रहा हूँ ना, we like top people.
Yes. I just returned, my daughter and my Sambandhi had a program both are good singers. So I just came rushed from there when they, there were 14 people, and when they finished, my daughter finished, I rushed back.
So, okay, Tasneem, you can have his daughter's one of the, the songs as one of the programs that day. No, we know we already have one artist.
Definitely, definitely. It will be a teamwork. Everybody will be participating. So you think beforehand what you all want to participate in and how you all want to participate. So you all decide your part of it. And then once we decide amongst ourselves how the whole flow will be there, then we will communicate where you all will be coming, what you all will be doing and all of that. We will do a complete collaboration. We will start meeting in the evening and decide on it and discuss it amongst ourselves.
Like last time, you made a team of 10, 12 people together and all of them participated, So Nitika was there. So
We kept
everybody was
adding
given,
every participant in the group so
yes,
that they
yes,
could
yes, yes,
get all the updates.
yes,
So,
yes.
but this time everybody will participate.
Suma was there, Suma was
Everybody,
there,
every single person will participate. Every single person will show what we have learned in DDMT. We are out of that comfort zone of us. So we will show how well versed we are to be out of our comfort zone and reach our highest potential. Do everything, do anything, whatever you all like to, but you all will be presenting. I mean, we are proud DDMT certificate holders. So we have to show that in action.
Yes.
By just sitting behind the screen as we always did for the 5 months is not going to show that we were a part of DDMT. It will go otherwise.
Yes.
Some dramatics for sure and some other
Something
entertainment as well, right?
One more thing we have
creativity,
to
poetry,
decide. One more thing
different
we have
things
to
we should
decide
add.
is, okay, one more thing that we have to decide is, someone from DMT one or two people will have to take the leadership to decide how we are going to organize the entire DMT1 batch to start performing and delivering. If that is not done, then you will lose touch. That should not happen. Maybe once a week you can all meet, brush up, discuss, strategize, plan, use the platform, start giving pay what you want programs or paid programs and start, earning, start using the catchment which is there. You see, because of the digital marketing of DMT2, we have been able to get
Arunji, there's an echo from your side.
No, somebody's phone is on. So that sound is again coming back.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm telling is, we have got over 1,000 new, people who have registered for the webinars, the introductory webinars for DDMT. And today I have been able to get a list of 40,000 MSME owners and startup owners. And this is from the horse's mouth, from the registrar of companies. So unless we are going to leverage all these things, you will not be able to sharpen your skills and go international, because going international requires certain degree of finesse. For that, you will have to constantly give programs. And in this 1 year, if we can do that, then I think, we will be able to do a great job. And the chances are going to be huge. See, the Pew Research, who are a major corporate research center in the US, they have predicted that by 2025, everything will be online. Everything. On what basis they have predicted that, I don't know. But you see, if that happens, then you see, this training can prove to be the biggest blessing for everybody. But then you'll have to practice that. You know what normally happens with all training programs is people complete it, have a gala valedictory function, and then promise each other, create a WhatsApp group. For the first 1 week, there will be good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Then, you know, suddenly one person will put, I've got this, I'm going and talking there, I'm going and doing this here, I'm going and doing that there. It will all be mutually, you scratch my back, I scratch your assignments, which will never amount to 1 penny monetization. And at the end of 6 months, you will not only be cursing yourself, you'll be cursing the organizer of the training program, ki bekoof bana diya, paisa le liya, and all these things, and nothing will come out. I don't mind being scolded. I listen to that every day for the last 40 years. Incidentally, that is how many years I've been married. So you see, it doesn't make much of a difference to me. But it will make a lot of difference to you.
So true, sir. So true.
Who is that?
Yes, I myself as well.
सूरज साहब आपकी भी यही हालत है चलिए दोनों मिलते हैं बीच में कहीं पे यू कम फ्रॉम जयपुर आई कम फ्रॉम बैंगलोर बीच में मिलके गले लग के अपना अपना दुखड़ा सुना के चले आएंगे
Can you give me for 30 seconds screen sharing?
Yes, sir. Why 30 seconds? The entire screen is yours.
No.
Okay, while Anilji takes that, Arunji, if you permit, and
You
Umama,
see,
if you're
just
fine
hold
with
on.
it.
Hold on.
Okay.
He is my son. He was also celebrity, but we discouraged him. So he got a lot of dresses, you know, free of cost from many companies. So
He's a very handsome guy. Anilji, I am worried.
So he's in US. He's in US.
That's okay. But tell me one thing, Anilji, with due respect.
Thank you.
Huh? Absolutely. Will you tell the truth?
No. What question is there?
No, I will not have it. If you promise me, I will ask the question.
So 1-to-1 you can ask later on.
No, public. No, see, I'll tell you, I saw the other day, you are standing in the beach with your wife and your wife's hand was behind your back.
Yes.
That means she is very scared. And looking at your son, I now understand why. He's such a handsome guy. You must have been the most undependable husband ever.
Yes.
If you are so good looking, pata nahi bhabhi ji kya kar, how handle ki hongi aapko nahi मालूम. And that is why the hand is permanently in the back. कि दबा दूंगा, मरोड़ दूंगा गर्दन. इधर उधर मत देखो.
अब तो बुढ़ापा आ गया अब क्या?
अरे यार शरीर बूढ़ा हुआ है दिल थोड़ी बूढ़ा हुआ है वो कहते हैं ना अंगुली बूढ़ी होती है अंगूठी थोड़ी बूढ़ी होती है
Thank you.
Yes.
So yes, as I was saying, with your due permission, Arunji, and if Umama and Vinodji, if are ready, then we take the leadership of, organizing presentations happening every week.
Done.
Umama, are you fine with it?
Tasneem.
Vinodji, are you fine with it?
Tasneem.
Yeah, I mean, fine by.
So you are already connected with the daughter-in-law of one of our family member, So you made her anchor also somewhere in children program. She was my wife's brother, daughter-in-law. She had been there most of the time with you.
Okay, and what is her name?
Varma.
Tasneem, do you know the reality, the truth?
Yeah. She was there, you were assistant.
Anil Goswami ji's family is so big, छत पे जाके पत्थर मारोगे किसी न किसी family member पे तो लगेगा ही.
She was assisting Tasneem for most of the time.
अच्छा?
Yes. In children program.
अच्छा अभी आपका बेटा कर क्या रहा?
Sir, he has done BTech Computer Science, then he did MBA, then he did law from National School of Law, Bangalore. All the 3 years done. So now he is in BCG, Boston Consulting Group in US.
Very good.
So my daughter is.
शादी हो गई है क्या?
शादी हो गई. His wife is MBA finance. His wife is in Genpact.
अब वो कहते हैं ना, दोनों हाथ घी में सर कढ़ाई में.
मैं तो, I am, sir, we both, me and my wife are independent. We are never dependent on our children at all. So we are, हम थोड़े में गुजारा कर रहे हैं. We don't look toward them.
Good. वैसे ही होना चाहिए अनिल जी.
Yes.
रात को सोया, सुबह उठा नहीं, बात खत्म.
हमने कभी उनके आगे कुछ नहीं है. Never.
Yes, so Kasim, you, Umama, and who is going to take the response?
Vinod. I'm waiting for his response. So if he could just... Okay, great. Great. Umama, you were about to say something. I'm sorry.
No,
go ahead.
I was just confirming what we are supposed to do. So you wanted us to do the leadership that Arun sir was talking about regarding the programs?
Yes, Arun sir said no, that we all meet up once in a week, brush up, and then motivate everybody to start doing their programs.
The first thing you all will have to do is, the first thing which I want you all to do is create a Razorpay account for yourself. An individual Razorpay account. Okay? And then start giving programs. And don't give free programs. Start with pay what you want. Kuch bhi, because you see, free mein koi wo nahi hai. And I'm telling you, as your programs become better, believe me, people will start paying. See, already I have a catchment of around 75,000 people. With this 40, it has become 1,15,000. Then 1,000 of the DMT, that has become 1,16,000 now. We can drive the entire thing through them and see what happens. Vishwas karo apne aap mein, and then let us prepare the programs properly, achhi tarah se. We will all together put in our best efforts and prepare the programs, help each other give the programs.
When do we
See, ultimately, why did you people join this group, this program?
Yeah.
कुछ तो कारण होगा. अरुण सुब्रमण्यन बचाओ आंदोलन तो नहीं कर रही थी आप लोग. See, you all came so that you can also make some money. You can have a social presence. People will, look up to you. You will be a celebrity. All these things were there in the back of your mind, isn't it? विशाल has sat down ऐसे जैसे कि मदारी की बंदर मर गई हो ना. देखो ऐसे बैठा हुआ है, मुंह में हाथ रख के. कुछ नहीं होगा, दूसरी बंदरियां मिल जाएगी. विशाल, डोंट वरी, बेफिक्र रहो.
I am not short with that.
Just imagine.
I am just thinking how
like that guy, that farmer who has purchased a milking machine and he has given the only cow he had as the first installment of the payment. अब milk करेगा किसको उस मशीन से? हो जाएगा विशाल. Let's start. अच्छी तरह से करते हैं.
No, sir, I was just thinking that 6 months have passed and we are on the last lecture. So I was just thinking about that.
देर आए दुरुस्त आए. अब तो कम से कम समझ में आया कि 6 महीने चले गए.
It is actually our first lecture. After the 5 months that we have spent, now this is our first lecture where we have been told that please go and use the 5 months.
Yeah, right.
See, let us prepare the programs, all of us.
Yeah.
Together, let us prepare it. And strategize and take it.
So when do we start? Me and Umama and Vinodji, we will
first
get on a call
prepare. You see, the same way as we did the
thing.
DMT thing, na?
Yes.
The same way that we did the DMT thing, that the participants' presentation. In the same way, we will do it. Okay? Create a chart. And then let us all create a committee, 2-3 people, who will all sit down together and review the programs, review the slide deck, review the delivery. Because you see, you are going to go to the market. Now, you know, this is not something that हमारे बीच में आपस में है, एक participants का वैसा नहीं है. Now you are going to go to the market as a professional. So the program has to have material, it has to have insight, it should be having some sort of a takeaway for the audience, and your program should ensure that they come back for more. Okay? Prepare a committee, then we will sit down and discuss how to do it. I will also give my time. Let us generate good, solid programs and start performing.
2 more volunteers would be welcomed for that committee also. So Umama, Vinod and me are there, but if there are 2 more volunteers, 5 of us, helping all the 40 who were present every time, it would be a great thing. Yes. So if anybody is interested, please let us know. And then we'll meet up and we'll discuss, and then we'll take that whole strategy to Arunji, and then we'll take it up from there. But meanwhile,
prepare the program, solid program. Huh?
Tasneem, I will be there.
I will be
Thank
there.
you.
I will be there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So great. We will do that. Before that, we will first start our preparation for our celebrations for the first.
1st April.
Yes, let us have an organized way. First के लिए करो, then एक timetable बनाओ, sit down, use whatever you have learned. Based on that, create the programs. Where is Chidambaram? Has he left?
No, very much there. Chidambaram, sir.
Call.
There.
Yeah, he's on mute.
So we will let us start very seriously. Let us start working.
Yes,
on
Madam
it.
Sujata, you call me.
Can you unmute your video?
Right now I cannot. Sorry. Yeah. What do you want, Sujata ji? Just what do?
We are planning to start giving professional programs on the platform. So we wanted your inputs also. But I think your output is not okay now.
No,
so,
it's okay. I can contribute. Definitely, I was also thinking along those lines. Everyone, whoever is, I would also like to give one, and many, all of us can do it. As you have suggested, no? Maybe from 40
that's what I wanted to talk to you. What I suggest is, you need to start working on your programs under the DDMT model.
Yeah, I
Your
told you even
model is the earlier model only. You are continuing. Don't do that. You see,
no, sir, Mr.
With the DDMT.
Yeah,
Just
Mr. Arun, please give me a minute, sir. I was the first one to do. I did not know anything, and at the time it did not occur to me that the breakout rooms. Right, it was my. So I did first, and that day I have spoken to you a lot of issues. Now I have understood after seeing everybody. I will restructure it, reframe it. That one.
And what I'm telling is, you see, we will have a quality control and quality assurance policy for our programs.
Yes, sir.
Each program will have to pass through the organizing committee of Umama, Tasneem, Vishal, and Vinod. These are the 4 now, or anybody else is there?
Surajji.
Suraj Jagdaleji. Okay. So the quality assurance and control of these 5 people, they will have to approve the 4 programs. So it has to be submitted to them. They have to approve it. Only then we will go to the market.
Okay.
There has to be a uniformity in the program. Things cannot be, as I wish I will do. No, that should not be that.
No, it's not like that. Let me again.
I'm not telling you, Baba. I'm telling
No, let me complete. No, please give me a minute. Because even that has been told many times. I was the first one. I did not have any idea. And on that day, I had a lot of issues. I told you even earlier. But still, it went on. It received very well. But only I realized later, I could have given 2 breakout rooms. And I will definitely stick to your pattern. I understand after seeing 2 or 3 people. That was the only thing. And I fully agree with it. It has, when it comes through a platform, we have, and since we have undergone this training, we should definitely adopt this method. And only afterwards, you told in one of the programs, haven't you seen me? Then only I realized, yes, you are always having these 2 breakout rooms. It is a mistake. So I fully agree with you, sir. Whatever I decide, I let this go over the committee. I will send it to them. Thank you, sir.
Chidambaram, sir, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking in general for everybody. Please understand that. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking in general for everybody that everybody's program will have to be approved by this committee. Every program which will be given on the platform will have to be approved by this committee of Umama, Tasneem, Vishal, Surajji, and Vinod. Then only we will go on to the platform. Okay, well, let us do that and let us start, have a cutoff date, finalize. Key by 15th of April or 1st of May, whatever it is, we will start the professional programs to be given on the platform.
Sir, when we prepare the program, how it will circulate in the 70,000 base customers, sir?
We will have to send it to them. We will have to divide ourselves and then we will have to send it to all of them. You see, I will segregate it in terms of life coaching program, soft skill programs, corporate programs, and then, we will spread it.
Yes, sir.
And you see, initially, maybe we will look for organic customers.
Sorry,
that is people from our catchment area.
I removed my shirt.
Yes, sir.
Subsequently, we might even go in for digital marketing. See, as we start doing digital marketing, you see, supposing, let us say, initially, first program you give, you might not receive much, 50 rupees. People may give about 40, 50 people may come around 2,000, 3,000 rupees only you might get. Okay. Out of that, some amount will go towards some expenditure and other things, and then you will be taking away something. But as you move forward,
yes, sir,
as the amount becomes more, you see, every amount, that's why I said the first thing you need to do is you need to create a razor pay account. Because the money should come to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ultimately, that's the
that is the objective. The money should come to you. Then whatever is due to VAC Solution, you will be giving it to VAC Solution. Whatever is due for the digital marketing, you will be paying to the digital marketing person. You will decide at which stage you want to go in for digital marketing. As you start, ask the people start doing digital marketing. Again, our catchment will expand. As our catchment expands, our organic customer base will expand, marketing customer base will expand, the amount of money you will start receiving will expand. Remember one thing, the more we are all together, the more we will learn.
Yes, sir.
That is the secret. It is not competition between us, it is cooperation between us, which will take us to prosperity and to the international level. See, what was the purpose behind getting these 40,000? Because already I have a 9,000 people base, corporate base I have. With this 40,000, it has become 49,000. Just imagine when we start projecting our programs to these people. Initially, there will be a trickling, 1, 2, 3 will start coming. And then these 40,000 numbers and the email IDs, what are they? Let me show you. Can you see it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the email ID of all the companies who have been registered with ROC. You can see here 17,706. Huh? These are all active. These are not the list of companies which are closed. These are all active lists.
Sir, you, whenever you address, you put them in BCC.
Yeah, BCC.
But one mail I saw, you put them in all, you address them. And
That was
expose
long
them.
time back, you must have seen.
Yes.
Long time back, you must have seen. Now
Because
everything I put in BCC.
People may steal it, all addresses.
You see, 40,224 are here. Okay. Now let me show you another one.
Could there be an some kind of a privacy breach or something? Is it like valid to send it to these people?
What is their privacy breach? This is all in public
Because
domain.
people, yeah.
Nothing.
This is a public domain. And email ID is a public domain.
If they want, they can block in future.
Nothing. If they want, this is what we want. They will block our number, our
Yes,
email. That's all.
Yes, that's all.
You see, this is another set of 3,000. This is from the programs which I have given the people who have come, those ones. This is a small number of around 3,000 odd, 3,502. You see here? This is total 3,646. So you see, we can take up all these people and start targeting so that we will be able to leverage. Now, what will happen because of this? Did you ever think? You see, when we slowly start promoting our products to these people, you have a very good chance of giving program in their corporates. Supposing, let us say, Nitika is giving a program on customer management. Some of these clients, some of these people, they might require some sort of a help or consultancy or support in customer management. And when they hear that, they come and see her program, they listen to her background, her program, they might even approach you. See, that is how you create an ecosystem. I'm explaining this to tell you why it is necessary to standardize the quality of our program. If the quality of our program is very good, you will be able to get very, very good customers for consulting. So let us work in that direction and build it.
Yeah.
When are we targeting, sir? When do you intend to start?
That will be best answered by Umama, Tasneem, Vishal, Vinod. Because they are the one who have to create the, what do you call it, flow chart as to when, who will give the program.
Tasneem has a question, sir.
Yes, Tasneem.
I didn't have a question. I just needed to ask, with Arun sir's permission, 2 questions to you all. First question to everybody. You all are sure that what we have learned in our DDMT1 course, it has been really an outstanding experience of yours, right? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Yes. Then whatever you have learned, you have to show it to the world. Now, the only way we are going to show it when we are going to present it.
Yes, sir.
That will only come with practice.
Yes.
And the second thing which I have learned with all the learnings is, if you want to showcase yourself to what you are, we will have to shamelessly market ourselves. But when we shamelessly market ourselves, when we get the people to see us, they will have to see something really unique in us. And we have learned how we can be unique. So now we have to just put it together and show our uniqueness. So believe in ourselves, put all that we have learned. And in this learning, we will take every aspect that we have learned. We have learned about how we will market ourselves on Instagram and on different platforms. That also we will help you. I mean, I will also help you with that. I'll help you with the Razor Pay, the other platforms, everything. It will be kind of a re-revision for everything, but this time the program will be yours. You all will be ready, and the other things will be done with the help of the whole team. So let's just rock it. I mean, we all have heard about Success Gyan, right? What is Success Gyan doing? It is getting a collaboration of all good speakers under one platform, and then they are going out together. So now we have we have really varied experiences with us in our platform. Let's go ahead and just, fire up the whole world with our expertise.
True.
So if you all are ready to do that, I and I think all of my team members are also ready to help you all absolutely go bonkers. Like, people should be crazy and waiting for our presentations.
Talking about this shamelessly marketing yourself, I am reminded of something very extraordinary. Which is the largest animal on land?
Elephant.
Right. Do you know why God has given it a trumpet? So that it can blow its own trumpet and not depend upon someone else to tell the world that it is the largest animal.
In fact, one of my friends used to do those days, topic title, as you said, blow your own trumpet in those days.
Blow your own.
So many days before.
Doesn't an elephant do that? Does it have a stepney to blow its trumpet? So don't worry about all these things. Go out, talk to everyone, tell them how great you are. What will happen? 2-3 times you will fall on your face. That is God's way of telling the face needs reshaping. So you will become more beautiful. Now go and tell them, in addition to being great, you are also beautiful. When you fall on your face, it will become dirty. Go home, wash your face. You will become brighter. Now tell the world that you are beautiful, brighter, and great. Continue the story.
So we'll first target the function on the 1st of April. And immediately after that, we will give you everybody an update of how we are taking the next step towards our presentations.
So we are all with you, Tasneem, as I've been with you always. You can count on me anytime.
Every DDMT member is with me. You all don't have an option. I'm announcing that loud and clear. Every single DDMT member is with me, and I am with them. So we are a team. We will stand together and we will work together and we will progress together. In 1 year's time, I want to see all of us actually sharing a live platform and doing our presentations.
Very good.
With Arunji being our guest of honor.
तो मतलब उसने तय कर लिया कि ये आदमी कुछ दे नहीं सकेगा, इसको बैठा दो।
इतना कुछ तो दे दिया है, अब हम आपको प्राउड फील करवाएंगे।
I'm absolutely okay with it.
हम आपको प्राउड फील करवाएंगे।
No, because by that time, I'll tell you, you will have a batch DDMT2 to mentor.
Absolutely. We all will make it big.
I'm absolutely sure. You see, once we start doing good programs, people will flock, Tasneem. You know, there is a dearth of good programs in the market.
And you know, we will have that sportsmanship spirit. Don't worry. Even if you're falling, we know that, you know, we are 40, at least 30 of us holding each other's hand. So if one is falling, that's fine. I mean, you fall, but we will only pick you up. And from there only, we will again start the race. That will be our sportsmanship. So don't
You
worry.
see,
Just let's plunge into it.
If we share everybody's programs into our catchment area, there is no way you can fail. There's absolutely no way. And just imagine, you are giving a program. 100 people come on the platform and pay 100 rupees per head. 10,000 to aaya na. Shuruaat to ho gayi. And then, you know, slowly you can build yourself. And then I'm telling you, Tasneem, from my personal experience, I'm telling you, once you start giving good programs and you boldly start giving it, you will find people will flock. Money will be no issue. See, the first 1 or 2 programs which I gave, people paid 10 rupees, you know that? Durga Prasad was telling me, what are you doing, sir? I said, yaar, shant raho. Ye 10 rupiya 10,000 banega, tum shant raho. Pehle unke man mein vishwas aane do. Let them start believing that they are getting something. And then you won't believe it when I started giving pay what you want program on the world's best trainer platform. Do you know what was the average earning? It was nothing less than 1,25,000. Each one. People were paying 1,000, 2,000 standard. And you will also be able to do it. And once that happens and some good consultant picks you up, then to bhul jao. Per head, your income will be $250 to $300 per head. And no international program goes on for less than 40, 50 heads. So just imagine how much it will be. Money will start pouring in. Only thing is you'll have to stay awake at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night and give the program because US, Europe time is like that. But he can, what is that? If I can stay awake and give at this age, you people can stay awake and give. And then the whole day is there, ghar mein gali sunne ke liye. Wo to apne jagah hai. That is the added bonus. रात को कमाओ, दिन को गाली सुनो. और क्या चाहिए यार जिंदगी में? क्यों माथुर साहब?
True.
पैसा कमाओ और गाली सुनो. खाने की भी फिक्र नहीं है, बदहजमी की फिक्र नहीं है. कि खाने को गाली मिलेगा. क्यों माथुर साहब? सही बोल रहा हूं, नहीं बोल रहा हूं?
Very true, sir. Very true.
Yeah, I have found at least my judwa bhai in Mathur. We both have the same.
सब चीज में हाँ क्यों बोलते हो सूरज जी? ऐसे सही, ऐसे थोड़ी होता है घरों में.
आप इसको ट्रेन
सब
करो.
चीज के लिए हाँ बोल रहे हो.
इसको ट्रेन करो.
आप हमारे इनर ग्रुप में हो ना, तो पहले मैं आपकी वो वाली क्लास लूंगी.
Okay. See,
first lesson I
Tasneem,
took from
Tasneem,
you,
don't talk like that, Tasneem. He's a wise, experienced person like me. You know, birds are the same feather flock together.
हम लोग
अंग्रेजी में, ये भी अंग्रेजी में बोल रहा हूँ, so it can't be wrong.
हम पुराने हो गया ना.
Vinod, I'm seeing him smile after a long time. बेटा पास में आ गया तो अब मुस्कुराहट हो गई. नहीं तो कहते हम लोग बनारस में कहते थे नानी मरी हुई है इसकी. ऐसे चेहरा बना के बैठे थे. What, Vinod?
We all were praying.
Yes, sir.
It was a bad scene. No, Vinod has stopped seeing the Ukraine issue. बोलता है कि आप कुछ भी करो, उड़ा दो. कोई गम नहीं है, खत्म कर दो पूरा. No, but what happened to the admission? Vinod, any idea?
No, the process is still on. They recently we have sent a representation to the PM. All the students have together sent a representation. Discussions are still going on.
So they are going to be accommodated here in India?
Exactly how they are going to do, we have not yet been told. But Hungary and Poland have agreed to take the students. One thing is that, and Karnataka Medical Association, I mean, Private Medical Colleges Association has promised to accommodate. These are the few people who have already.
Vinod, before taking a decision, call Putin and ask him what his plans are for Poland and Hungary. Poland, I can tell you, is the next shot.
True.
Sir, I'm also trying in Northern Ireland for his son, sir.
Good. Have you spoken to Putin?
Putin, his line is, we can't get the hotline.
I'll tell you, don't do anything in the Northern Hemisphere without talking to Putin.
Okay, so should we say a good night for now? And we meet
it's up
for
to
the
you.
1st of April. We meet for the preparations of the 1st of
Yes,
April.
yes,
We put all the
yes.
information and we'll start collating that.
Yes, okay.
For now, goodbye, good night, take
Bye-bye,
care,
good night.
and be
Take
prepared
care.
for everything.
Thank you.
Good night, Tasneem. So for 1st of April is when we are having our program on 1st of April,
1st of
though,
April.
so the certificate distribution will also be on 1st of April, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Any initial thoughts or anything for the program, the must-haves for 1st of April program? We know the two chief guests that you already pointed out.
It is subject
Any
to
other key
availability.
thoughts?
Subject to availability. No?
Subject to
I'll inform.
Any other key thoughts? Just enjoy. and-
Anyone else would like to suggest someone?
Yes, we should have some alternatives also.
Yeah, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ कि आप डिसाइड कर लो इन दोनों में से दोनों आएंगे तो ठीक है, नहीं तो एक भी आएंगे तो ठीक है. Now, have you got anybody else in your mind? Rajendra ji, do you know somebody?
So, but my son-in-law is, too young. So we can have some senior person, This is my
रविंद्र भाटिया जी से बात कीजिए ना.
वो मैं बात करूंगा.
So this is on 1st of April, no?
Yeah.
Let me check with. Who is the other person you said? Apart
No,
from
one is Mr. Ravindra Bhatia. Now, if you have somebody, or if Atul ji has someone,
okay.
if we have a panel of speakers, renowned speakers, then that will add value to the program.
Yes. That's right.
I think we should think a little more, who could we invite, and we know also, maybe,
If we have around 5-6
medical
people, it
field.
will be very good.
Oh, sir, he is my son-in-law, but he is too young for this forum.
But he's your son-in-law, yeah. He will be young only.
Yeah. No, but for this position, so she is madam.
See, I told you now, हाथ पीछे है.
ये मेरी daughter है. She is my
Very
daughter.
good.
She is postgraduate in electronics.
Okay.
plus some certificates.
अतुल जी किसी को पहचानते हैं? Any corporate leader?
You just mentioned, sir. Started to think. I will think and get back.
अतुल जी खुद ही सेलिब्रिटी है हमारे लिए, अतुल साहब.
नहीं sir. For the one, but my thinking was that this is more of an internal thing. So why get someone from outside? But although you also have your opinion, but
अरे बाबा अतुल जी आप समझ नहीं रहे हो. You see, please understand one thing. When we start giving our programs, if we have a heavyweight panel to give, during that day to give a speech, about 5-6 people, lot of people connected with them will also come in. And in the process, we will be able to expand our, the means what do you call it, projection of our team.
Yeah, that's right.
And that will be useful going forward. Atul ji, life is a percentage game.
I have, sir, I have one friend, Chief Election Commissioner, Mr. Qureshi also. I'll ask
yes,
him.
bring him.
He is Vice Chancellor also. So he's also, I know him. So I know Hyderabad.
I know Mr. Qureshi. Everyone knows.
I know Hyderabad Vice Chancellor, Mr. Arun Kumar also. He's a good friend of mine. Hyderabad, Central University.
नहीं कुरैशी को लाइए.
कुरैशी जी से पूछूंगा. Most of the time he is a UN observer these days. Pakistan here there. Now
अभी UN में observe करने के लिए क्या है यूक्रेन के सिवा?
Election जहाँ भी होता है ना foreign country में he goes there.
अच्छा, okay.
He's there.
कुछ 2-3 अच्छा heavyweight लाइए जिसे कि लोग आप सोचेंगे कि हाँ यार ये बड़ा heavyweight platform है.
Let everybody try. We will also try.
Even the program structure.
They will actually speak about any topic of their interest, is it? What is the...
So they should talk about how training is important for the world.
They are themselves masterpieces, Then
they should come and talk about why training is important.
This Admiral, he himself is IITian. So a lot of courses he had done. And Qureshi is also highly qualified. And all his family is in, film industry. Qureshi family. And his wife, Humra Qureshi, top journalist.
Very senior. Very senior.
Very senior.
I think a journalist will definitely add, sir.
वो दोनों separate हो गए.
तो दोनों का अलग-अलग बुला लेंगे.
At this age,
बैठेंगे तो अलग-अलग ही.
ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म है. एक को बोलेंगे म्यूट रखो, दूसरा बोलेंगे. No, but I think we should have a heavyweight platform.
Some are top advocates also. I know, but I'll also check. मगर आपके फॉर्म में फिट होने चाहिए.
नहीं देखिए, someone, see, when you put Ravindra Bhatia, ex-chairman, managing director, Visakhapatnam shipyard, admiral, and other things, there will be heavyweight.
So he is a humble guy, this man. And
he's a very nice person.
Qureshi is very arrogant.
भाई हमको क्या करना है उनके arrogance से?
I'm just telling because
arrogantly बोले ना कि diploma master trainer is a great platform.
Yes.
That's all. हमको क्या लेना देना है?
Yes.
हमको उनसे संबंध थोड़ी करने हैं भाई.
और एक मिनट भी इधर-उधर हो जाए ना, so then he starts, what is this? He is such a man.
Or a person like this, Anil ji, obviously our program, हमारे program में भी बहुत दम चाहिए. So whatever we are planning for their day should be to that level that these people, when they join, they say, "Arey wah," we are representing the right.
और आपके प्रोग्राम में दम बहुत है. वो जितना उनको चाहिए दम बहुत है. हाँ, बहुत है दम.
Decide the theme and everything.
Ravindra Bhatia ji is a very nice gentleman.
He is very humble also. He is very humble. I think he is the appropriate person. So I'll ask him.
You ask him and bring him. He will be the right chief guest for us.
Yes.
Keynote speaker. And then let us see one or two. माथुर साहब, जयपुर में क्या कोई कुछ नहीं है क्या?
है तो सही बात है।
कौन है भाई? अच्छा, गहलोत से बात करोगे?
महारानी से करो ना।
महारानी से कर सकते हैं। पर महारानी इतनी जल्दी काबू में नहीं आती सर। बहुत लाइन लगी हुई है।
ये पॉलिटिकल है ना ये।
एंड किससे महारानी की बात कर रहे हो? जो खुद की महारानी की तो काबू में नहीं ला सके और दूसरों की क्या लाएंगे? क्यों माथुर साहब? आई एम स्पीकिंग फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस।
इतना कुछ नहीं है सर जितना आप बता रहे हो।
नहीं, अपने साथ तो वैसा ही है भाई।
अब अपने साथ भी गलती बता रहे हो, बस एंजॉय कर रहे हो। यू आर जस्ट जोकिंग।
यही तो, see, this is what is called, the funny part of cognition is when you speak the truth, people say you are joking. And they believe you when you lie. अभी यदि मैं कहूं कि I am the boss of my house, तब बोलेंगे हाँ यार लगता तो है। हाँ, सच बात यही है कि हर दिन सुबह उठ के 3 दंड बैठते हैं हम लोग, शाम को फिर 3।
सर कुछ ज्यादा नहीं हो गया सर?
कहो तो 4 कर दूं।
हमारे लिए सर आप ही सेलिब्रिटी हो। आपसे बड़ी आदमी कोई नहीं है। You are the best person.
अच्छा, वैसे that reminds me, on 26th I have a program on EduFam International. I am giving a presentation, a speech on how to tell a story to school students.
Oh.
I will send the link. आइएगा जरूर.
Sure.
Sure.
So who's the target audience? Teachers?
Teachers.
So we can share it with my son's teachers and all that.
Yeah. And tell them free में link share कर रहा हूँ, number दे देना.
Sure. So I'll share it with the principals only, no?
और भी बढ़िया है.
They will plan it for the entire
साल के लिए.
I'll send it with all the principals that I know. Yeah, I'll do that.
You see, I was selected for the Jamboree in 1971 when it was held, World Scouts and Guides Jamboree was there in Arya Mill Colony in 1971. So I was selected. So my sister was, my sister is just 1 year younger to me, and she was extremely upset that I am going and she's not going. So my father had to come and talk to the principal and tell him, "Bhai, if you want my son to attend the World Jamboree representing the school, my daughter will also have to go, otherwise I can't send my son." Ultimately, she also came. तो उसी तरह से ये जाके अपना लिंक वगैरह दे के तैयार करेगी प्रिंसिपल को. Suraj ji?
Yes, sir. I'm.
No. The another Suraj is also there. No? Jagdale sahab.
Yes.
So have you started preparing your program of?
Yes, I have started getting the data according to what we have discussed earlier. Accordingly, I have started gathering the data related to that. The framing work is to be done, and for that, because of now March and things were going so busy last 2-3 months, and so after March we get some breathing space, because till March every client is behind. As everybody is in that mindset of investment, so there was some timing, but in April I have decided to get in that in structure. So I'm thinking of, sir, like 7 programs what we discussed that day on that.
On that
yes.
ladder.
Yes.
Starting
so
with what programs. Should you look for in your consultant?
Yes, starting with that.
like this, you know, we should be able to slice up our expertise into small bite-sized programs, which when you start giving, you know, automatically you will start attracting crowd.
Right.
Chalo, if there is nothing, shall we break for the day?
Sure, sir.
Yes.
And then we will all, you know, first is the date when we are going to have our program. I will request the organizing committee to decide when they will meet. And Sujata ma'am, Umama, Lakshmi, Suresh Ramanathan is not there. I will inform. I will send the link for tomorrow evening, 8:30 meeting to you. And tomorrow is Suma's program, na Atulji?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow is Suma's and day after is mine.
Okay. The link and the poster I already sent to you.
Yes,
that link is not getting registered. I tried my best. Sir.
No, link
is
okay.
link तो है. I
link है, ठीक है link.
पता नहीं.
अतुल जी फिर से भेज दीजिएगा एक बार सबको.
Okay.
Okay. Okay then. Good night. Thank you.
Good night, sir.